Alright, what's good everyone? Johan back here for a more like an analysis, I guess, not really a reaction because unfortunately the trailer dropped while I was at work. So I'm just gonna give like a post-trailer analysis, mini analysis, I guess, because I was able to think about some things while I was reading over the skills and stuff. And also because Happy's on this banner, so I feel like I need to talk about it to some degree. So, without further ado, let's take a look. Alright. Yeah, this banner came out like a day earlier than expected. I don't remember the last time a mid-month banner came out. Trailer came out 2 days before banner. Alright, so we got Yuri here.
Helping people in need is what my gang's about.
Alright, it's very clean art, by the way. Infantry cav. Infantry color a dagger, but basically a cav. Alright, so we have one of the best units ever, basically. So this guy has Canto 2, not Canto remaining, mind you. Canto 2 straight up. He has foul play, and he has the +1 movement. So this is absolutely crazy because, you know, before in like a, for example, a typical cav line, if you had like a dagger user, you know, they can't run like these crazy skills to prevent follow-ups unless they already had it, or they had to use like the pseudo wind sweep build. But this guy, he has infantry skills as a dagger unit. So this guy can run, you know, your sturdy impacts, your no follow-ups, and act as a cav line unit or like a high threat range unit. So this guy is insane, like ridiculously. This put his setting aside like foul play and Canto. Like already that alone is absurd. But he also has Canto and foul play. Now I haven't really thought about how exactly the AI will work with this, but off my first, the first thing I was thinking, you know, he would probably use foul play if his ally is in opponent's threat range, but he also has Canto too. So if he does that, generally AI uses Canto to run away. So if like say defense, his ally initiates, doesn't kill but survives, he can just foul play with them and then Canto to run away. And then that sets up like even more dancing shenanigans on top of that. So like there is so much potential here that I'm at a loss like how good this guy is. Like even combat aside. There's just wow, this guy is incredible. He throws Summer Mia out of the water, like completely destroys her. So kind of sad about that, but I mean, Yuri kind of deserves it. He's a really important character. He has C dual infantry, which I personally really want on my Rebecca. I already have all my cores basically set up, but you know, it'd be nice to swap in Rebecca every now and then for fun. So I might shoot for that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much on this, but this guy is super good. Super, super good. Alright. Slaying Times Pulse on top. Oh my goodness.
Step aside.
I wonder, yeah, the question is if foul play is going to be inheritable. We'll see. Alright, we got Constance.
Do you have some need of me? I assure you I am busier than I may seem.
I really like Astronauts English voices. Alright, so Red Tome Flyer, Agni's Arrow. So she gets a high attack, high speed if initiating, and she has the half null follow up. So this is already right off the bat very comparable to Duo Byleth. And she also has that little gimmick with her split personalities. On odd turns, she gets the speed res lull, and on even turns, she gets her own nullify attack speed debuffs. So yeah, like I said, very comparable to the Duo Byleth. I think Duo Byleth still kind of will have the edge here, but they're very similar. Yeah, they just have different inheritable skills basically, and I think her stats popped up. For Kanto, let me see here, yeah. Okay, so 56-43. Yeah, very comparable to Duo Byleth. I think essentially you can keep use them the same way, and they're same. Duo Byleth has the advantage of having the dual skill and full no follow up, I guess, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Unfortunately, that means Constance would, if you don't want to use Trace, you'd have to give her Wind Sweep, but in most cases that aren't Arena, I feel like that's the better play anyway, so there's that. Yeah, nothing much to talk about here, because it's just another Dual Byleth in my opinion. Yeah, I might be missing something here and there, but yeah, because the odd even turn effect, it's nice, but it's not, doesn't make her stand out like crazy or anything, so yeah. I really like how she has the umbrella. It's amazing. Alright, HAPI. Now this, yeah, this is the one I was waiting for.
People keep their distance from me. It's easier that way.
Alright. So we have a blue tome Cav, which is already competing with, you know, Selena and Reinhardt and all that. But I think she does stand out quite a bit here because she has the Demonic Tome, effective against Dragons and Beasts, very unique. As a tome at least, and with a slaying weapon, and with times pulse, and she gets the extra stats. So you can kind of consider her like a blue legendary Lilina without the AoE special, and without the Hardy Bearing, I guess. But yeah, they're very similar in that sense. They both have really high attack and high res. So yeah, I think she does have a place though, because she has that effectiveness against dragons and beasts. So I believe with Glimmer, I haven't run Calix personally, but I'm pretty sure she'd be able to one-shot Fallen Edelgard, some of them at least, and with Ruptured Sky it should be guaranteed. So yeah, she's gonna hit super hard. Should be pretty solid contender for your AR defenses and whatnot. And yeah, she has the Trace and the Catch. Yeah, she's gonna nuke really hard ones, as opposed to like Reinhardt's Brave Hits. Selena is a bit on the faster side, but uses the Wind Sweep effect. So they all kind of have their differences. So I really like this take on her. I'm personally going to be focusing on pulling on her when her banner shows up. But I feel like well, I'll talk about it later. Let's talk about the units. Yes, I'm a really big fan of her English voice actress, because Christine Cabanos also voiced Madoka in the Madoka series, Madoka Magica series. Alright. I didn't actually look at her stats exactly, but yeah, okay. Basically, legendary Lilina stats. Alright, and here we have Muspell. Yeah, a lot of people aren't a big fan.
Everything is to burn. Char the flesh. Show me the bones. Lay bare the truth.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't either a big fan of his art / voice acting, but anyway, here we go. Flame Lick Breath is the same thing as we saw in the Tempest Trials. Attack 3, gets +5 all stats, and has the Deep Wounds, Fatal Smoke, whatever you would want to call it. ARD, yeah, basically the polar opposite of Niffle, ARD Defense Res 4, and Domain of Flame with Dragon Wall, double Rally Up Plus. On release, you know, it didn't seem like he was going to be really good as a unit because Fatal Smoke is a lot more niche than Flash is, and he's super slow with no follow-up mechanics, so that's already a red light for a unit like him. So basically his preferred skill was going to be the one that would make or break him, the thing that would make or break him, and we get Attack Defense +4, Joint Drive Attack Defense +4, and Joint Drive true damage based on 30% of the difference between your attack and the foe's res. So I don't know how I feel about this. True damage is always great, but I don't know. So say you want to use him as a support for your tank, just to give them more attack. It's not that much more damage, I want to say, like, unless you're using, say, Winter Altina. But even then, like, I feel like it doesn't help them win their losing matchups. It's not enough. It definitely helps. Maybe it does make a difference here and there, but it's not like super reliable where you can suddenly turn a lot of their trouble matchups into something winnable. So I don't know how I feel about this. And even then, like, it doesn't give much. Yeah, like, it only gives defense +4, attack +4, which is fine, I guess. But I think I would still prefer to use, like, Lancina, right? Because you get this kind of inconsistent 30% difference true damage versus special charge, steady breath effect, which means you get your specials off, which means that's more consistent damage because you're basically always getting it off unless there's a guard effect. So I think I would definitely take Lancina as a support over this any day. As for on defense, yeah, like I said, Fatal Smoke is really, it's better on defense, obviously, but I definitely think Flash is way more worth it than this. Because, like, this guy is not gonna survive most combats he engages in. And sure, he gets the Fatal Smoke off, but that doesn't guarantee, like, your other units' follow-ups will go well, right? As opposed to Flash, because Flash makes all your follow-ups, like, completely safe unless there's no CD, which is a huge deal compared to this. So I don't think it's worth running this guy personally. Maybe in a Catria Ball it could work, because then you also get the true damage there with the triangle. I don't know. I don't see it personally. So if I see this guy in my barracks, he's dying for either ARD or Dragon Wall or the rally up. Not a big fan of this one. But maybe people prove me wrong. Yeah, I don't really have an opinion on the art. It's kind of wonky, but I'm not really offended by it or anything. Alright, and we're... Oh, hello. I didn't see that before. I guess we're finally getting the transformed... What's-his-face? And lastly, we are getting a demoted... Insta-demote in Balthus. RIP Knuckles. Or Gauntlets, whatever. Some people said he looks like he has a PRF. But it could easily also be like some new inheritor weapon. Like I see some suggestions like instant axe type of thing. So yeah, and I think some people speculated he might have attack defense solo based on the passive stats he's getting here. Yeah. So if that's the case, then it's probably not instant axe. I guess that's a different buffs. So yeah, alright, we're getting a free copy of him, so we'll see if he's any useful for fodder or whatever. But at least that's 40 infantry flowers. That's the best part. Alright guys, that's about all I have. As for me, I'm definitely sparking on this because HAPI was in my top 3 most wanted, or top 5 most wanted heroes yet to be added video, if you haven't seen that yet. So super hyped, and I'm glad she's like pretty solid, and she's definitely usable in the meta right now. So yeah. You'll be seeing a video of that coming up soon. So that's all from you guys. Let me know how you guys feel about this banner. Are you going to pull or not? Or are you saving for something else in the future? So yeah. Unfortunately, this takes a dent into my legendary Makai orbs, but what can you do? Alright, leave a like if you would like. Leave a comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. And I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.